I thought you were introduced. I start with. Hello, our YouTube family. Hello, ladies. Hope you're all well. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the support. Today's episode, we're talking about how to be in your feminine energy. Are you a lady out there? How have you been acting? Are you in your masculine energy or the feminine energy? So let's dive into that and get to know more about it.
I don't know much about feminine energy. All the knowledge I know is from Shira 7. And some have disagreed with her teachings. Quite honestly, I've seen some of them work. But for me, being in your feminine energy is allowing yourself to be a lady. Most of the time, not most of the time, we tend to find ourselves in a place where the world around us forces us to be a certain kind of way. For instance, you find that our teachers in school would say that women, we are a weaker sex, yeah? And as a result, a lot of women in our generation have learned to be stronger, to be more aggressive, to act masculine in order to fight with men on the same stage. I think it was during our time where the saying came that what a man can do, a woman can also do. Yeah? Which is true. But does a woman have to do everything that a man does? No, you don't have to. This is why we think about how we can be more in our feminine energy. Because as ladies, we actually need to fall into our feminine energy and be those ladies. Otherwise, we defeat the purpose for which we have been put on earth.
On my side, I think in my feminine energy is by me actually knowing, number one, that I am a lady. I'm a lady. Knowing that you are a lady, there is a lot in that actually. First, you knowing that you are a lady in every aspect of life. When you know that you are a lady, there are a lot of things you not go in for, because as the world says nowadays that everything a man can do, even a woman can do. But on my side, yes, there are those we can do, and there are those as a lady you can't do. There are times you walk on a street and you find a lady. You're on a street, you're moving on street, you're walking on a street, you're eating something, you're eating sugar canes, you're carrying a bag of food, someone is eating and eating, I normally see that when you are, like in jam. You look at a lady and you look at a lady, a very beautiful lady, moving on a street, like eating sugar cane. Someone is eating that fruit, at the same time she's sweating, and at the same time someone is carrying a baby at the back, and you're like, is this really a lady? Are you really a lady? So,
I mean, quite honestly, I wouldn't say that such women have been taught to be ladies.
Yeah.
Because you will find that a lot of us are like the learnings we have are based off of home. Yeah, they say charity begins at home. So you find you never really learned some things. And it's not even your fault, because even your parents never learned them. But some things are courtesy, like that eating of fene. Honestly, parents told us not to walk while eating. Not to, shout on the road. If you were lucky enough to go to the virtual schools some of us went to. A shout out to Match the Touch.
I know.
You do not run. A lady does not run.
You don't run when it's raining.
Yeah, whether it's raining, whether it's shining, whether there is an emergency, a lady simply does not run.
You don't even drag your shoes.
You don't. You don't make noise as you moving. People are sitting and you won't drag your shoes. You don't pull everyone's attention.
Yes, even us went to St. Noel.
St. Noel.
So those schools, by the way, they nurture you to be a lady. You be in your feminine energy. You're that kind of lady who moves with class. Even the way you move identifies you as a lady. Are you going to move just dragging your shoes and everyone from the other side can hear you that you're coming in? No.
And have you noticed lately that there are a lot of ladies who are acting to be men? You look at a lady, just a way a lady comes in, like a walking style, the way certain ladies are talking nowadays, the dress code, the haircuts. You look at a lady. Actually, I'm really sorry to bring up this. I remember last year I wanted a house helper. Then there is a company that normally supplies them. Then a company supplies me some house helper who was a lady, of course. When the girl came, she was putting on a short, okay, but the haircut, And the way she was moving inside the house, I was like, no, no, no. I called her. I was like, please come here. Are you a lady? She was like, yeah, madam. Yes, madam. I was like, you don't move like a lady. And why do you put on such a kind of short? You know? And then she was like, you know what, madam? I've been born in a family of only boys. And because I've been born in a family of only boys, so I've grown up acting like boys. I was like, no. You've been born in a family of boys, yet you are a girl. Your mom still has to teach you how a girl behaves, how a girl moves, how a girl walks.
If anything, you can just learn from your mom.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, because
it begins at home.
Yeah,
Like,
by the way, it irritates.
it really does.
Finding a lady who is acting like a man.
You know, you're taking
talk
over your
about
feminine
raising
energy
voices.
and raising it to what? Raising what?
Voices.
Raising voices.
I mean, it has become like a pandemic. Women who shout. Even online, you just find someone shouting up and down, and it's oh my god. Who is this?
We've really lost our dignity as ladies. Even the space you're in, you find someone is in a space, it is so disorganized. Since when did we start that? Like, it starts from you, the way you dress, the way you make up, the way you take care of your skin, the way you take care of what you put on. Are you portraying that feminine energy of being a lady? Are you really moving and someone can be like, yes, I admire that lady? Because you cannot be both, you know what? We all have that masculine energy, but it has to come in a place whereby it is protective. It is coming in whereby you're at a risk. Maybe you want to really, maybe thugs have come in and you really have to use that energy, of which you need it. But in your daily work, you're supposed to act like a lady in everything you do. Self-care, being kind. You know, some ladies are so rude. Since when did we start being rude, you know? Our mothers used to be so kind.
There is a time some lady saying that she was like screaming out. I was like, oh lady, like try speaking at your come to her. She was like, COVID chatukona. COVID chatukona. COVID nenda. COVID chatukona. I was like, is it like how is it related? By you like screaming out, is it COVID that made you scream? And COVID chatukona mwalangu nenda. So I was like, really?
I know, that comes either even seeking for help, you know, as ladies, you know what? We're not supposed, let's say someone is offering to help you carrying something, it is okay. Let them help you, take that help. But then you're thinking that, yes, I can manage to do this. Just give in.
Also just because I'm a lady, do you think I cannot handle?
No, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace to allow help and also to give out help. Because in that way you'll be more of that feminine energy that you need to. So go into another segment.
No, let's first stay on that one. I think when we refuse to become ladies, we keep forcing men to become feminine.
That's true.
Because if you surround yourself, like if a man is used to women who want to do things for themselves, even though he has been taught to help women when they need help, he would adopt to actions that help him to remain untouched. That's why we have men who will come up and say, I want a hard-working woman. And they're not talking about home as a woman should take care of her home, they're talking about, I want a woman who has a big job, who is earning money. Meanwhile, the man saying this does not even work.
Exactly.
Or if he works, he's working a minimum pay job, and you know he has no prospects in life. But he is demanding for a woman who is a hard worker. What does that say to us? It means us as women, we've failed in our femininity. We have allowed men to stray from their masculinity. That's why we have more men painting their fingernails, plaiting their hair, wearing dresses.
I'm telling you, not being providers.
Not being
Initially,
providers.
men are supposed to be providers in that masculine energy.
Exactly.
But then where you find you're the woman doing each and everything, you work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, but still you go ahead, do the laundry, do everything on your own. So when will you have that time of self-care? For you to be in that feminine energy, give yourself the grace to at least get some help. You know, seek out for help. Let's stop that thing of self-glorification whereby you feel like you can do everything. Get a maid if you can, a house help to wash for you so that you can relax once in a
It
while.
doesn't make you lazy, by the way.
No.
And also, this is why I always tell people that I disagree with some aspects of being a feminist, because women are made to be women, and men are supposed to be men. So if women come for men and say, now you know what, we want to be equal. We are not equal. Men will never have a monthly period.
It will never.
Men will never come to a point where they'll produce children, they'll have children. You know, men will never do half of what we do. And there is a lot that men do that we could do.
But Grace.
But there is also a lot that we couldn't do. Now you can disagree with me.
Yeah, but Grace, do you know that it is we women who are making them like acting that, like, you know, a man comes up and he tells you, now Joanne, like, why can't you do this? We are all, if I can do it as a man, you can also do it, you know? So a man starts relating himself to you in the whole story, and in your heart you're like, what?
Yeah, and I'm saying that's the problem of feminism.
Okay.
Like we are giving men the space to come and demand us to do their part.
Yeah, but the problem, me as a feminist, whereby I always educate people, because feminism has gone so way beyond, like people interpret it the way they want. Because when they talk about equality, it doesn't mean that we are equal in all aspects. Like, because there's some things, like you said, women go through menstrual periods, they carry, like they give life, you know, you understand? A man can never do that, you understand? But then where feminists came from, it was in terms of women's rights, you understand? Their rights, bit of it, but not the gender roles. Because gender roles are totally different. Gender roles,
rights.
yes, it was about rights. Gender roles are that a woman, you make a home, you do everything, a man is a provider.
Yes.
Then again,
But then
you're
gender
opening
roles
up
are
a
changed.
But
now, let me give you also
Yes.
let me give you a background of about now the rights where they came in, whereby now the women were so, like, how should I call it? They were really, I don't know how to term it. Give me that word, where they were really put down and they wouldn't do anything apart from that. But when they now started, remember, long time, the women used to stay, yes, they were oppressed, they used to stay home. They weren't allowed to even go and work. But when the gender roles changed, now the women can go to work. Now the men took advantage of it, you understand? But then it comes in whereby women, now we have women engineers who do the same thing as men, you understand? So now that comes to the rights, we have equal rights.
Yes.
But not equality.
Do we know?
Yes, we do.
We still do not.
We still do not. That is why we fight for it. Us as feminists.
Yes.
We are fighting for equal rights.
But now, Amy, roles and rights, they are totally different.
Yes.
Now, like here to men should not forget that a role is different from a right. If we are given rights as women, that, you know, we can work as men do it, that doesn't mean that you as a man, if I'm working as an engineer and I'm being paid maybe 1 million, and you as my husband, you're being paid, let's say 700, that you will stop providing for the family because I'm earning 1 million, or maybe I'm earning 700, you're earning 1 million, but you want to overlook at my salary. No, you as a man, remember your role. Your role is different from my right. You know, you have to know that regardless of me earning more than you are the man. You earning my full respect.
You're the provider.
You know,
just like me, the way woman, you take
There is
care
not
of your
about
kids, you do everything.
there is no, you understand. So because it actually, maybe sometimes you forget certain things, you know, and you want to cover up certain things. Why certain men are crying nowadays, crying every day, you know, saying, I'm married to my woman, but you know, she's always arguing, we don't understand one another, we do this and this, because men, you've forgotten your roles. You've forgotten your roles in your homes. You've forgotten your roles when you're dating a lady. Even sometimes you really want a lady to be the one to do everything in a relationship. Now tell me, as a man, really, I as a woman, where am I going to get that motivation, that much, too much love, feeling like I'm a baby, you know, feeling that I should really be submissive to you as my man?
Yeah, I think we should stop demanding for things that we've not worked for. Yeah. For women, I think it comes back to our femininity, that we should not allow to be treated. I think we spoke about it in one of our past episodes, that we should stop accepting the bare minimum. Yeah. Being in your feminine energy means understanding what you deserve as a lady and then going after it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just because you're working doesn't mean that you have to pay all the bills at home. Yeah.
And this was like the point we talked about now. When you get to know your feminine energy and you get to know that you're a lady and act as a lady, mostly the single ladies, the first issue or the first problem you get is men who come approaching you. Even those that you do not deserve, even those that are not in your class, you will attract them because they're saying something good.
Exactly.
So it will be now up to you,
Yes.
the standard that you're on, to really see through and be like, no, this one, no, I'll take this one. It will be upon you. But men will always really see through
I understand.
and see that this one, she has worked on herself, she's doing good, she
Has
what
money.
she has, the money
I
she's
can
getting.
go for her.
Thank you. He's not providing, he's not giving you anything, but
He has
just
come
wants-
because of your money.
Thank
So
you.
guess what? When that money is no more.
Divorce
Yes,
is good.
I think last year I discovered that I was attracting a kind of men that I did not want. Yeah. Men, she also calls them dusty.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dusty.
Yeah. First of all, young men. Second of all, men who are not established. What?
do you
So they
mean?
were trying to
What do you
make
mean
me
by young men?
by young men, like people in our age bracket.
So you don't want those ones?
What's a 20-year-old?
Okay. Okay, that is new.
And,
Some
like,
people want them.
Yeah, some people want them, but honestly, before a man is 30, he's figuring life out.
That is
That is
true.
true.
Yeah, he's
I'm actually standing with you.
Yeah, me too.
You're always going to be on this.
Yeah.
Who will testify? Who will do this? Who?
Yeah. So you don't want, as a lady, to have a man who is not ready to be a husband.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Of course, there are people who are okay with dating casually, what? But like, as a lady, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Why are you hanging with a man who is not able to take care of you, who is not able to provide for you, who is not even emotionally mature?
Emotionally, that is the
Yeah. So I was attracting all these young men who had little ambition and also like did not really want to be in a relationship.
Yeah, they're just trying out things.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I want to see where it goes. Like, please go and see from over there, away from me.
From a
Yeah,
distance.
but then also I had to double check like myself, like
Yeah.
what's causing this mental health.
Yeah.
And I realized first of all, I dressed more I don't care. Yeah. Also more modesty, like my long skirts, what, big shirts, and also I had dreads.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's giving independent woman
Actually,
who requires nothing from men.
You were
And my
in their
dreads-
range.
Yeah. I was in their range. I was just looking like, we can afford her. Yeah. And so at the end of the year, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, I've been very busy since last year, so I haven't met many men. I haven't had prospects, but I know one thing for sure. Those men are not longer chasing me.
Wow. That
And
is
it only started with a change in my hair.
Yes.
Just
wow.
a change in my hair.
And do you know that it goes back now to the feminine energy? You went
Yes.
back to taking good care of yourself.
Yes.
Yes, you can do with the dreads and put on blouses, but it depends what are you putting on
Yeah.
specifically.
I'm not saying that dreads are a cause
But-
for you not to be feminine,
No.
but they can contribute to it.
Yeah.
Yes. Because my dreads, the men loved them.
Okay.
Like they just loved them.
Dreads
But
are
like, yeah, but like in a way, of, I really love your dreads, but I don't take you seriously. Yeah, but then I took them out and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take care of my hair, I'm going to take care of what I look like, what I put on, and then suddenly, it was like a repair.
Wow. You went back to your feminine style.
I have
Yeah.
a friend who is a man who told me this. Now to confirm with what now you're telling me, he told me as women, men look at our hair to see whether you're well kept. And for us women, we look at men's shoes
Yeah.
and be like, okay, we range even, are they doing well, are they not doing well? And if the same thing goes with men, they will look at your hair and be like,
Well, if your shoes
since
don't match your
thank
belts.
you. Since they saw your dreads, they'll be like, now this one, she stays with the dreads for the whole year. They don't matter whether you wash them every week. You understand? But they'll be like, your range. And they want people who take good care of themselves so much.
Yeah.
So you'll attract the what? The law of attraction.
I think as we are talking about it, I'm like, we've been saying feminine energy, but like, what are some of these things you can do that put you into your feminine energy?
Yes.
Love yourself. How do you love yourself? I, as Joanne, how do I love myself? First of all, I get to know who I am and who I want to be. When you get to know who you are today and who you want to be tomorrow, trust me, you definitely be in your feminine style. It is not just about taking care, beautifying yourself, even emotional ones.
Yeah.
You start with your emotional, your style of emotion.
Emotional growth.
Emotional
what?
growth.
Yeah.
So after working about your emotional growth, Then you come to the outside of you. You make sure I, as Joanne, I can spare at least on my salary. You get to know that every month, as I budget to pay my house rent, as I budget to to pay house rent, what else? I have to also include how do I change my hair? How do I budget for my hair? How do I budget to change my closet, something small in my closet every month? How do I how do I keep to one scent of perfume? Where do I buy perfume? There are those simple things on a lady that you give yourself. Don't think of men giving you. Give them
before they even give you, they want to see that you're in that standard.
That actually you match to what you are going to tell them. So ladies, by giving yourself, giving yourself a good scent, looking good, buying, and it's not all about going to a boutique and buying everything there. No, have a choice. Have a choice of a dress code that fits you. When I get to know I as Joanne, that this is how God has created me, this is how I look, that when you go to a boutique, always have a choice. You don't go and select everything, because there are people who just select everything, and at the end of it, your closet is full, but you fail to spot
clothes.
You understand? You can't spot out something that would look beautiful on you. Everything you put on, you start saying,
now
oh my God.
Speak about it.
Joanne
is our style pro, and one day we shall have an episode on how to match your clothing.
Okay, I can't wait to actually tell you about that. So ladies, love yourself. When you go to a boutique, don't go as just any mere lady. Act as a lady. Act as a real lady. Go get to know, this is what fits me, this is what matches my shoe that I've left in my closet, this is what matches my earrings that I've left behind. Buy it, and when you get home, when you put it on, even actually, before anyone tells you that you look smart, you already give that credit to yourself.
In fact, you already feel smart.
You already feel smart, So by doing all that, I think you've loved yourself. By the time you love yourself, by the time you portray love to yourself first, even when you go out, trust me, love will smell you, love will look for you, love will come. It will be like magnet coming to you. You attract love.
The truth is, you have to stop looking for love, especially when you're not ready for it.
Exactly.
Like me, I have accepted that I am not ready, and as a result, I am working on myself.
Yes.
Because you will not attract emotionally unavailable people if you're actually available.
That's true.
And for me, I noticed that's something I struggle with. So, ladies, these are the things we've talked about when it comes to being feminine or being ladylike or standing in our feminine energy. We talked about looking good, smelling good, taking care of our mental health.
Putting ourselves first
and loving ourselves. And also not waiting for others to do for us the things we want done in our lives. Let's start there, and then others will just add to it. And I think it has a final point.
And then there is something else that we talked about keeping good company. Looking out for
each other and building healthy relationships.
Yes.
We also talked about that. Then above all, before above all, I think I should talk about communication. We should really learn how to communicate in everything. When we communicate well, it comes with respect. When we're communicating well with other people, the respect we give to other people, it comes back to us, and it begins with us. Let us respect ourselves, and other people will respect us in return. Then communicate well. Be articulate in what you're talking about. So that goes a long way. Then also prayer, above all, prayer. Be in those prayer groups. Go to church.
Join cell that will cell to you.
So please, just pray, because prayer will take away everything above all. Because prayer will put you in place. Because there is nothing that we've talked about that the Bible does not talk about. Because even if it is everything.
And also, when you're in prayer, there's a way you skip over some things, and there's a way it's easy for you to overcome things. Last Wednesday, I was sitting with my cellmates, and we were just testimony time, and everyone was like, oh, this happened, and we're like, hold on, we prayed for this. We prayed for these things, we wrote them down, and then we are seeing them unfold. So prayer should be a big part of your life as a lady. Whatever you do, let it come first. We've talked about all the other things first, but saving the best for the last. Prayer is key.
It's key. Actually, it's key in everything. Whereby to those people, actually, sometimes who feel like I can't trust anyone, I can't trust anybody around me, to share part of my suffering, part of my trauma, part of my stress. It's okay. you can share it to God. You can pray about it and God will always answer you and take it away, and at the end of it you come out happy and flourishing.
Yeah, that is it. So guys, we were so glad this episode was really touching and really nice. The mere fact that we are ladies and we are in the women's month, you know, being in our feminine energy, and I love the fact that we are all in our feminine energy. So please, ladies, join us.
Yeah.
Comment.
Do not get left behind with those dust things.
Get into your feminine energy. The masculine energy should only come in when you really
when you need it, when you need to stand up for yourself, but otherwise let people do good things for you. If someone offers to help, allow it.
Allow that.
It doesn't take anything from you. And yes, we know there are bad people out there, but there are also plenty of good people out there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So as long as you're standing in prayer and you're walking around, you know that your backup is God no matter what. Yeah. So start acting like it. Thank you so much for joining us. I think the ladies have said everything, but if you feel we've missed out on anything, please drop it in the comment section and we'll be sure to respond to you and just keep the banter going. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining us. If you've not subscribed, do that. Join us.
Please like also. You can share.
Share the link.
It's free.
It doesn't take anything from you. We know all of us have those friends whom you know she could be more feminine. This is the time. We are all at different levels of growth, which makes it a really good thing. Like me, I'm like a child in these things, and I have my serious people here. So it's a whole learning thing. We're all learning, we're growing, we're seeking balance, and we're flourishing.
And by the way, it's not. Thank you for bringing it up. It is not like when we are talking about these topics, we are on top of it. No, we are trying to show you that we are also in the process of getting better and better. The things we've done and the things we want to be better than even this. But because we've learned that being in the feminine energy has really earned us a lot, we have to share with you guys.
We are also really take you far.
It will take you far. So this would be the time for you to step in, love yourself, open up. A lot that we've mentioned.
One of my professors said something that I found really strong, and she said, for us women, our battle is not supposed to be shouted for the whole world to see. Our battle is silent. We silently go in there and we take what we deserve. And she said, look at the streets in this country. Look at the offices in this country. Look at the homes in this country. Who are the people governing them? Who are the people making them move forward? Who are the people taking care of things at the grassroots? But they are silently moving. So as women, part of our femininity is to move silently. Not everyone needs to know that you're doing this, you're doing that. No, move silently, but make sure that you arrive. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for always being with us. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. For those who have already done that, those who come in all the time, to check out our new episodes, and you don't stop at that. You comment, you like. We really appreciate you so much. You even share. I appreciate actually. To my Tanzanian friends who told me you've been sharing this link, via your friends across Tanzania, everywhere. I just want to say asante sana, tunashukuru sana, pia tunawapenda.
I would say it in French, but
Are you Ugandan?
Okay.
What? Americans also speak
of course,
the language.
Of course, we have different people.
I know.
Yes.
To our now knows the other language, East African language.
I think Grace, could you say something?
Okay, Ugandan language. Local language.
Okay, mwebale nnyo. Yes, thank you so much. Mwakola munonga.